Okay, so in each of the following, a point and a line are given. We need to find the equation of the line passing through the given point and which is parallel to the given line. Now, when we talk about parallel lines, okay, parallel lines, they have equal gradients. Parallel lines have equal gradients. So basically what I'm saying is that, let's say for example, now we want to find the equation of the line passing through this point over here. So what's going to happen is that this line here is parallel to this one. As can be seen, the equation of the line is of the form y is equal to mx plus c. So this m here is equal to 2. That means the gradient of this line is equal to 2. Therefore, the gradient of that line as well is going to be equal to 2. So this line will have an equation, and its equation is going to be y is equal to mx plus c. So y is equal to 2x plus c. So what we can do now, we can substitute the point 3, 4 because it passes through this line. So we are going to substitute, okay, 3, 4 into it, into this line. And as you can see that this is x here and this is y here. So the y can be substituted for 4 and the x can be substituted for 3. So 2 times 3 and then plus the c, and 2 times 3 we know is 6. So 4 is equal to 6 plus c, and therefore c is going to be equal to 4 minus 6, which is then negative 2. Therefore the line has equation y is equal to 2x minus 2, and so the first question is done for this one. Now if we move on to part B of the question, here we've got a line and another line passing through the point B here is parallel to the given line. So this line here, okay, is parallel to this line. So what we're saying is essentially we need to look at the gradient of this line, which is minus 2 as can be seen. So that's quite obvious because there we go, it's minus 2. And of course now this point B has not been given, it hasn't been written as a coordinate here, but we know that B is minus 2, 1. So we understand that B is actually minus 2, 1, and it passes, the line passes through B. So, and we also know that the line passing through B is parallel to this one, so its gradient should be the same as the other line, which is minus 2. And as we understand, the equation of the line is y is equal to mx plus c, and here m is minus 2, so minus 2x plus c. So what we're going to do now, we're going to substitute this point into this line here, into this equation here. So this is x and this is y. The reason we do this is because we want to find c. So the next step is one by one, we're going to say y is equal to 1, and then I've got minus 2 times x, and x is minus 2. Because x is minus 2, and then plus the c. So what I have is 1 is equal to minus 2 times minus 2 is plus 4 plus c. So c is going to be equal to 1 minus 4, because when 4 is sent over on the other side, it becomes minus, so it's going to be equal to minus 3. So what we're saying is that the equation of the line is this minus 2x minus 3, and here we are. That's the answer to part B of the question. Now we can try and go on solve the other questions as well. It's going to be the same, or except now when a line is given, like in this particular case over here, it's not in the form of y is equal to mx plus c, so we need to put y as the subject formula. So for this one here, I have the equation of the given line is 3y is equal to, so we have then 3y is equal to 2x and then plus 6. Now what we can do is we can divide by 3 on both sides. If we do so, the equation is going to be reduced to y is equal to 2/3 of x plus 2. Now the gradient obviously here is 2/3. So that means the line passing through this point over here, and which is parallel to this line, will have the same gradient, m is equal to 2/3. We also understand that it crosses the y-axis at minus 2. So the y-intercept is equal to negative 2. So what we have then, we know that the equation of the line is y is equal to mx plus 2. We have the two essential elements for this equation here. Therefore y is going to be equal to m is 2/3, alright, as we've seen over here. And so we're going to say this is 2/3 x, alright, and then no, there should be plus c. So rather I would say, sorry, by mistake here. So y is equal to mx plus c, and our c here is now minus 2 here because cross is at minus 2. So plus minus 2. So here we are. So that's the answer to the third part of this question here when it comes to parallel line and parallel lines. So all this here has been given in the form of a graph where you look at the graph and you see what line we have, and you can check its gradient and use that same gradient for the other one that passing through the given point, which is parallel to this line, because these two lines, when they're parallel, basically that means their gradient is going to be the same. So, and well, in the same way we can answer the questions coming here as well. And let's say, for example, you want to answer this question here. Now, first of all, what I see, I need to put this equation here in the form of y is equal to mx plus c. So the minus 5 can go there, becomes plus 5x, then plus 4. So our gradient is 5. So basically the line passing through this here, minus 2 minus 7, let's say this is minus 2 and then minus 7. And we have the gradient of this line. It is the same as the gradient of the other line, which is 5. So therefore that's going to be equal to 5. Question of a line is y is equal to mx plus c. So m is 5, so y is equal to 5x plus c. Now I can substitute this point into this here. I can substitute that coordinate into this equation here. I got y as minus 7, so this is minus 7 is equal to 5 times x, and x is minus 2. And then plus the c, so that's going to be minus 7 is equal to minus 10 plus c, and I got c is equal to minus 7, the 10 can go on the other side and become plus 10, so c is going to be equal to 3. Therefore, the equation of the line turns out to be y is equal to 5x plus 3, and here we are. This is the answer to that part E over here. So in the same manner you can do all the other equations, and just be a little bit careful when it comes to these kinds of equations here. All you need to do is just put that into the form mx y is equal to mx plus c. So basically what you do, you make y the subject formula to identify the gradient, and that gradient can be used for the other line to actually compute its equation. I hope that this has been of some help to you. Take care. Bye.